This is Andy Purwall for ID Boxing. I'm joined by the source, Lawrence Okolie here in Manchester. Lawrence, good to be back, good to see you. How is life treating you?
Yeah, all good, all good. Just taking it one day at a time. What was yesterday? Yesterday, community with the children, little shakeout. Today is a press conference, seeing David for the first time, him seeing me, so it was good. And now a bunch of interviews, then I'm going to go home. I might hit that, no, actually I'm not going to hit that, too much pressure. And then head home.
Saw David up on stage there, sizing him up, obviously a significant size difference. What did you take off?
I don't know, it's tough to see because when I stand in front of someone, especially when I've been dreaming of them for the last 3 months, they're huge in my mind. So I'm standing next to him and I'm like, okay, I'm planning to do this. You're a little bit taller than I thought you'd be. Maybe with boxing boots you'll shrink half an inch. How's his arms? I look at certain, tactics that I have and how he matches up. And I think it's going to be a good. I hope it's not a good fight, but I hope it's a clinical beating and one-sided, and I just KO him.
Well, I'm sure that's something that Sugar's been drilling into you since you've linked up. Is that on your mind, that you want to kind of please your new trainer, show him what you've been working on in the gym is coming to fruition in the ring now?
That's it. Like, for me, we've done amazing stuff in sparring. I've been able to do, I don't know, disrespect to my sparring partners, they were all great, but I've been able to execute what we've been working on time after time. It was hard in the beginning, but as we got near the end, time after time I'm getting it off. So I can choose what direction someone moves in, when I'm throwing the right, don't just throw the right hand for throwing it, because early on I could see I'm just so eager to get respect from someone, and the way I know to get respect is hit someone. So I'm there, I'm launching in, and then some guys are cute enough to duck under, and I'm glancing, now we're hitting into each other. But with him, it's like, you got that right hand, and you've got rounds to land it. What's your problem? So as much as he talks about knockouts, he's not go in and throw your best punch straight away, it's earn it. So I hope I'm able to go in and execute.
Go in, execute, earn it. How does Saturday night play out?
I think it starts off, he's going to come thinking to himself, it's my opportunity, I'm going to go out there and give it my best shot. If I win, I win, and if not, I'm going to put in a great performance. So that's going to cause an intensity in the ring. So it's up to me to compose myself and not match that, because it's so easy on the day the 10 ounces are on, everyone leaves and it's you and a guy, to just say, if I hit him, he's gone. And then just say, I'm going to throw it, and I have to go in there and have to, establish myself with a jab, with feints, with right hands, with steps in the right directions, and even when he works, to punish him. Because I'm really good at, if you watch my fights, no one really lands many shots in all my fights. So I'm really good at avoiding shots, but this camp has been avoid and...
Lawrence, looking at what could be next, I know you don't want to take Saturday night for granted, but you've got the domestic scene bubbling at the minute. CBS back in Bournemouth in May. I'm sure you're happy for him, a former campmate. You've also got Richard Riakporhe rivalry brewing there between the two of you and the other world champions. What would be next for you if it was down to you?
Oh, if it's down to me, wow. Well, 2 champions would fight each other in the cruiserweight division, and there'll be 1 champion with 2 belts. I would have a unification, win that, and then me and whoever wins have an all-4 showdown end of the year, and then after that I box domestic guys or move up to heavyweight.
I asked Shane McGuigan a couple of weeks ago. He said that he'd rather not face you because of obviously the relationship you have. You left things on good terms, but it is possible as well because of CBS. At some point, both under the boxer banner, it could cross paths. Have you thought about that? Are you open to it?
Yeah, so it's not a fight that I'm chasing by any means. You know what I mean? I actually really like Chris. It's weird because when people ask me, I'm like, I don't like boxers. As you can see, I don't like Richard. I don't like boxers, but I like Chris. And the only reason why I'd fight him is because I know, I have certain friends in boxing that if I box them, it would change my life. I'm not saying I'm here to be his saviour, but it's like it would give me a great opportunity for him to make money. He's already, if he's doing a stadium in Bournemouth, he's going to be making some money. Hey, well done, Chris. But yeah, man, like I said, it's not one that every day I'm going to bed thinking about fighting. No, I'm not going to say that.
The rivalry with Richard's an interesting one, Lawrence. Whereabouts has all of this stuff just come from?
We've known each other for years, before boxing or early days of boxing, and it's always been brewing, but he never quite managed to win the right fight. So it's just we never really managed. When you and someone are destined to fight, and for that reason you can't really be friendly, and we've had little stuff outside, and yeah, man. And also for me, I take it personally when people call me out. It's not something I can take lightly. What anyone that calls me out is saying is, I want to knock you out in front of thousands of people and take what you have. You see your life? I want that. So I can't sit there and be friendly with that person.
I mean, Lawrence, somebody who I wouldn't say you've been on best of terms with recently is Mr. Eddie Hearn. He's obviously responded to your most recent comments, and he said it's one of the few times I get positive comments when Lawrence Okolie says something negative about me. I don't really understand the personal insults when he says I'm jealous of what? Jealous of Lawrence Okolie?
So no, for that, it's obviously jealous of a platform. And people, you see, someone who's in a position like Eddie, born rich, continues to be rich, it's not jealousy of money, but it's character traits. Like me and Eddie, like he can say what he wants online. We've had our own personal conversations, and stuff that's going on behind the scenes shows me he's vindictive. Like I don't need to sit here and prove it to everyone. He's showing it with his actions with myself, with other fighters, and it seems to be growing in his character, and it will show. So for me, I don't really get caught up in, is that Liam Smith? I don't really get caught up in the emotions of it all. I just get caught up in the realism. I'm very happy with my life and how it's going. And he needs to change, otherwise he's going to keep losing fighters.
Lawrence, can I ask why and where the relationship started to turn sour with Eddie?
I think it's as soon as it got to the point where it's like, there's a better option here, I'm going to take it. It definitely turned into, no, like, all you have to do is look at how he's been acting with other fighters that have left. Instantly got something negative to say. He's scared, this one wasn't a big deal, this one wasn't that. So I'm just the person that's going to speak up and say, oh, F you, why not?
Obviously, you've got Joshua Buatsi, somebody you know very well, who's recently left. You've got Liam Smith behind us, CBS as well, somebody else you know well. What would you put your thumb on it? How would you sum it up as to why people are leaving Eddie?
Well, if you listen to Eddie's interviews, at the end of the day, it is what it is. But if you listen to him, when fighters leave, all he has to say is, Liam Smith is in his heyday, forget about him. Chris Billam, good luck. Lawrence Okolie, we lose money on him. Buatsi's scared. It's just like, when you're in that ecosystem, that's the energy that you're getting behind the scenes. Can I get this fight? Nah. Can I do this? Nah. So we just move where we're celebrated. And for me now, as long as I'm able to win on Saturday, which is all that matters, we'll see what happens next.
Just want to quickly get your thoughts on the Fury-Usyk fallout. Tyson, now a new campmate of yourself. I know you haven't spent much time in camp with him so far, but what have you made of everything you've seen and as to why we won't see that next?
For me, I'm not really privy to that. Tyson's his own man with his own camp. But obviously for me, I want to see the biggest fights. I'm a fan of boxing as well as a boxing champion. So I would love to see that fight. I hope it happens.
Final one, you've got Ben Whittaker in camp with yourself as well. Just talk about spending a bit of time out in stateside with Ben, and what's it like being back around him?
Yeah, he's funny. That's the main thing. He's a funny guy, charismatic, and he works hard.
Perfect. Thank you, Lawrence.
Much love.